वो कुछ नहीं ठीक करना है।
गुड आफ्टरनून। हम लोग अभी डिस्कस करेंगे दो बीमारी का बारे में, एक तो स्मोकिंग, दूसरा डिप्रेशन। मैं स्मोकिंग के लिए बोलने के लिए तैयार होके आया था, बट कुछ लोग बोले कि डिप्रेशन का बारे में बोलिए। स्मोकिंग और डिप्रेशन both are interrelated. Smoking invariably, those person who smoke, those person who are anxious, they usually end up with smoking. Depression, anxiety leads to smoking. So treatment of depression is important to control also smoking problem. One important message I want to give you, that there is a beautiful study which is published in British Medical Journal 2004. You can go through that. That is a very important landmark study where one doctor has studied all doctors at that point of time in UK. All doctors he has taken a sample population. He has studied them for 50 long years. He started this study when he was age of 37. He continued that study till the age of 90. Till the age of 90. 50 long years he followed up all those doctors. And he scrupulously monitored whatever problem these doctors they faced. And also the disease pattern in them. It is a very beautiful study because it is a well-controlled study. He compared a group of smokers, doctor smokers, with another group, those who were not smoking. And at the end of 50 years, he has presented that very important finding. He has noted very few important findings which you should note. He has inferred, if the sisters, whoever patient who comes to the ward, if sister simply ask that are you smoking, then if the smoking is history the sister finds, if she gives few instructions like the damaging aspects of smoking, he tells to the patient when the patient is in the hospital, it is the greatest motivator. They have found out as high as 60% patients they leave smoking if they have good contact with sisters and other paramedicals during their hospital stay. During hospital stay, even if you know that the patient is smoking, you must go and tell the patient at that point of time, their patient, their relatives, the side effects of smoking. Side effects. It is very important because the patient has come with full mental preparation, ill health to the hospital. At that point of time, his mind is occupied with only hospital and other staff. Because for effectiveness, your focus is more important. The patient now thinks nothing else about this disease, about the hospital. If a person coming with bronchitis and all, heart problem, bronchitis, hypertension, lung carcinoma to the hospital, at that point of time, if the sisters and doctors tell him scrupulously the side effects and tell him to leave smoking, it has been wonderful result. He has found that those people, they go and invariably stop smoking. And also they have found out, if husband and wife both are smoking, and if husband leaves smoking, then invariably in 60% cases wife also stops smoking. This is the most important message. If a group of friends are smoking, if all friends together they decide to stop smoking, it is 50% chance that all will be successful, or 50% of them will be successful. This is very important. And now I will tell about the damaging effects of smoking. Smoking takes away 14 to 20 years of effective life in a person. A single cigarette, if a person smokes, it takes away 14 minutes of his life. तो the single cigarette you see, आप लोग जो एक सिगरेट देखते हैं, वो सिगरेट नहीं है, वो एक आदमी का 14 मिनट का जीवन है. It has been all over world. It is not one person study. It has been studied by several doctors in several hospitals. Volumes has been written on this. A single cigarette cost a person 14 minutes of life.
Sir, in case of passive smoking?
Passive smoking also equally dangerous and hazardous. Therefore, if you talk about passive smoking to the family members, then family members will pressurize the index person. Usually, the person, it has been found out pressure works to stop smoking. Therefore, government has now told no smoking zone. Hospitals are no smoking zones. Office are no smoking zones. You cannot smoke in public place. Why? Because pressure works. Therefore, you are all educated about damage of passive smoking, so that you will pressurize another person that you are smoking. You are not only killing yourself, you are on the suicidal path. Every cigarette costs 14 minutes of your life. Each cigarette costs 14 minutes. Not only you are killing yourself, you are killing your children, you are killing your wife, you are killing your friends. That message is very important. Passive smoking is equally dangerous. Even more, some journals have told that even more dangerous than active smoking. So, passive smoking is very dangerous. You must always ensure that the house should be no smoking zone. It has been legally told house should be no smoking zone, because at house small children they are there, wife is there, all relatives are there. A person has no right to smoke at home. The person has no right to smoke at office. Office, all hospitals, office are no smoking zones. So you must prevent. Why? Because it has been found out, if a person smokes till age of 80 years, if 100 people are smoking for up to age of 80 years, 50% will then suffer from lungs carcinoma. 50%. So dangerous. They will suffer from heart attack. Smoking is very, very dangerous. It induces cardiac events in about 25% of the smoking population. And 50% of the population who smoke up to age of 80 years will suffer from carcinoma. And more beautiful message, if you stop smoking, also the incidence reduces. That study I quoted you, published in British Medical Journal 2004. If a person stops smoking at the age of 40 and another person does not stop at 40, if 100 doctors were monitored, then it has been found out 20 of them will surely suffer from carcinoma lung, irrespective of all measures. Because it is a doctor study, because they have studied particularly doctors because they are more health conscious. They take good food, they take rich vitaminous food, nutritious food, they live in a better environmental condition. Irrespective of that, they found out that doctors suffered from lungs carcinoma. Those persons who smoke and those who does not smoke, they found out that the incidence is 30 to 40% more lung carcinoma occurred in those doctors who smoke. And invariably, a smoker loses 10 to 12 years of his most productive years of his life. Very, very dangerous. Smoking, they are telling now, is more dangerous than alcohol and cocaine. Smoking is more dangerous than alcohol addiction and cocaine. Alcohol is stigmatized. Society pressurizes a person not to take alcohol. But the smoking is much more dangerous. It causes much more serious health hazards. It causes more stroke. Cerebrovascular accident they have measured. The incidence rises steeply if you compare two group of persons, those who smokers and non-smokers. The CBA occurs almost 20% high incidence of CBA in those who smoke. Heart attacks. There are 25% increased incidence of heart attack in those persons who smoke. Lungs cancer and peripheral vascular diseases, gum problem. You know the tobacco chewing, carcinoma of gum and cheek. It is only dangerous and only dangerous. Therefore we are so concerned. Therefore now all governments are banning. Why governments are banning tobacco chewing? It is not that to punish people. It is for their good health. Now from now onwards, we will pass this message to all people who are around us. All patients who come to us for treatment. Tobacco chewing is simply dangerous. Smoking is suicide. Smoking kills people. And a doctor smoking is much more dangerous. They have found out that a single doctor who smokes in public not only kills himself, he kills 1,000 other patients. Because doctor is a role model. When people see a doctor smoking, they think probably it is harmless, otherwise why a doctor is smoking? So WHO is already now telling a doctor smoking in public is a criminal act, nothing less than a crime. It's simply murdering people. It's simply killing people. Because people are seeing a doctor smoking. They will go and tell, the husband will tell wife, I saw that doctor smoking. Why you are telling it is dangerous? Then why a doctor, I saw a doctor smoking. How it is harmful? Then why a doctor will smoke? Does not he know that smoking is dangerous? You see what message goes? Very dangerous. So you must not allow a doctor to smoke. Whenever a doctor smokes, you tell at point blank range, sir, you cannot kill yourself. Not only you are killing yourself, you are killing another 1,000 people. So you are committing a crime. So whenever a doctor smokes, you must tell him to stop. And this is my advice. You can take my name. Dr. Samanta has told you cannot smoke in public. That is one message, important message. So smoking is dangerous. And now a lot of medicines has come up for smoking cessation. It is not that bupropion, another important medicine has come. It helps to stop smoking. There are nicotine chewing gums. There are nicotine lozenges. It is, for your information, it is available in other countries over-the-counter drug. You can go to a pawn shop, you can go to anywhere and find this nicotine gums. It is not harmful. So nicotine gums, 2 to 4 milligram nicotine gums, chewing gums are available, lozenges are available. Also, we have antidepressant like bupropion. It is very effective. Then in addition to that, very important message that doctor, sister and paramedics, they must insist on a person when he is smoking to stop smoking and tell repeatedly the message that it is dangerous to your health. So today we will carry 3-4 important messages. Smoking is just killing. Smoking is suicide plus it is homicide. Because not only you are killing yourself, you are killing your family, you are killing your patients, you are killing your neighbors, killing your friends. So no smoking. No smoking at home. No smoking in the hospital. No smoking in the public places. No smoking in the offices. Strongly we must protest everywhere. Whenever a person smokes, we must protest then and there. Number one. Number two, smoking is more dangerous than alcohol and cocaine. Very, very dangerous. It causes serious health hazards like tobacco chewing causes gum and cancer and lungs cancer, hypertension, it induces stroke, it induces heart attacks, so it is very dangerous. So we must stop smoking, we must not allow people to smoke in all places which is banned. And the person who is smoking, you must tell them that you are committing suicide, also killing other people. Now, smoking stops, we will talk about depression.
Yes.
Depression,
Only 5 minutes.
depression is a very, very common disorder. Common disorder. But a person simply crying is not depression. Suppose I went to somewhere, I found that my friend has died of lungs cancer out of smoking, or he has died of a heart attack and he was a chronic smoker. I cried there. It is not depression. I saw a gruesome accident. I cried. It is not depression. I faced some untoward events. I cried. It is not depression. Depression is a disorder. It is a disease. For that, this person must suffer for minimum 14 days. That is important. Sustained sadness of mood, reduced interest in pleasurable activities, hopelessness, worthlessness. These symptoms, suicidal use, must be present for 14 days. Then only you will call it depression. A person says that I want to die. It is not depression. He become emotional. He cried. It is not depression. He lost some money somewhere. He was crying. It is not depression. So depression means it is a disorder. The symptom must be present for minimum 14 days. Then only you can diagnose. So there are two classical symptoms: sustained sadness of mood, reduced interest in all pleasurable activities. It must be present constantly for 2 weeks duration. Then only you will call it serious depression. Otherwise it will be mood swing. कुछ रो लिया कोई आदमी तो डिप्रेशन नहीं है. 2 हफ्ता मिनिमम सिम्टम को ऑब्जर्व करना पड़ेगा. You have to observe the symptoms for 2 weeks. Then hopelessness, worthlessness, reduced sleep, increase or decrease appetite, increase or decrease weight, all these are symptoms of depression. Excessive sleepiness and reduced sleep, both are symptoms of depression. In some cases there is excessive sleep, in less sleep. In some there will be increased weight, reduced weight. These are not classical symptoms. Classical symptoms too: sustained sadness of mood, reduced interest in all pleasurable activities, hopelessness, helplessness, death wish. These are classical symptoms. And now treating depression. Treatment of depression is very easy. Now we have so many variety of antidepressants, and all antidepressant work. In my psychiatric clinic, since last 16 years, I have seen so many patients, almost 80 to 90% patients they recover. 80 to 90% with medicine. Such a beautiful such beautiful medicines have come up. Now we have antidepressant for old persons, antidepressant for childhood disorders, antidepressant for elderly population, antidepressant for young population, sedative antidepressants, non-sedative the alert antidepressants. I have about 40 type of antidepressant. Why 40 types? Because different group of population require different. Like fluoxetine, it is an alert antidepressant. Amitriptyline, it is a sedative antidepressant. Nortriptyline, it is given in old age population because other tricyclic they cause postural hypotension. Therefore, this nortriptyline, sensible, it does not cause postural hypotension. We have doxepin, which is anxiety patients we give, anxious antidepressant. We have sedative antidepressant, non-sedative antidepressant. We have so many varieties of antidepressants there. Sometimes you will take a class on depression and its treatment, you will be much more benefited. And more important, important. You get almost 90 to 95% recovery from depression. I am very glad in my psychiatric clinic. My clinic is not like any cancer clinic or this neurology clinic where stroke patients come, they don't recover for 6 months, 8 months, or cancer clinic where none of the patient recovering, or like kidney clinic where you find all patients they are not recovering at all. My clinic is a very beautiful clinic where 90 to 95% they recover. All psychosis they melt like ice with antipsychotics. All depression they get relieved with antidepressants. So mine is a very satisfactory clinic. Someday I will talk more about antidepressants and depression in detail, and also antipsychotics and treatment of psychiatric disorders in detail. Thank you for giving a patient hearing.
बोलो हो गया
Last.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.